What is going on? This is AlTone, and this is the Creative AlTone vlog. First episode ever, and I'm really looking forward to just using this as an opportunity to share with you my thoughts and ideas. This channel in itself is, I will say this, I'm doing this only because I enjoy doing it. This channel is about me sharing my experience in this hobby, an RC hobby, flying RC fixed wing aircraft and drones, mostly RC fixed wing aircraft, building RC aircraft, DIYs, and that kind of thing. That's what I'm actually most passionate about. I've enjoyed being in aviation while I was in the military, working on helicopter weapon systems essentially, and had a ton of fun with it. Wanted to become a pilot, never did. I've always been fascinated with aircraft to the point where I understood at like 9 years old what an airfoil was. I was already studying rocket engines and how combustion in a rocket engine actually works, trying to figure out how to design an different aircraft in my head. You know, I didn't have some of the resources and whatnot that you have today, that I have today. And so I had, my parents actually bought me a set of encyclopedias. So I spent a lot of time reading and a lot of time in bookstores and in the library. I did a lot of reading and watching other people, because back when I was younger, because I'm no spring chicken, I've been around for quite a few years, in the 70s, RC hobby was a rich kid's hobby. And you had to have a lot of resources. And at some point, I believe you even had to have an FCC license in order to build a radio that would allow you to be able to control some of these things, which is not necessary anymore. And I think that's awesome. So I'm now getting to live out some of my childhood dreams, so to speak, as a full-grown adult, and wanting to share some of that with you. So I personally absolutely love RC products. I've always have, and I love electronics and tinkering and developing and building and use ideas and just designing. I believe I'm an engineer at heart, even though I never became one. But I just love those things. So I'm here to share that experience as I get to do it, as I get to learn and grow, and now have the opportunity, ability, and the resources to allow me to be able to tinker and try some things. And it's just phenomenal to me. So again, that's what I'm here to do, and that's what this channel is about. I do love ground vehicles. I do love RC boats and ground vehicles, but I had to, and you know, we have a speed challenge here, which I'm actually going to move the speed challenge over to my other channel, AlTone Tech. If you want to see those kind of things, make sure you go to AlTone Tech and check that out. But I wanted to step back away from, because I get terribly excited by different pieces of technology surrounding RC. I am a Part 107 certified drone pilot as well, and I've done some work there as well. But I have a tendency, as things are quickly getting better. Walk snail for FPV. I'm looking at iNav and Speedy Bee flight controllers and Maytech flight controllers. I'm looking at all of these different things and avenues and pieces, and I'm having to back off a little bit, slow myself down a little bit, and try to just focus on a specific area and develop and grow in that area, and then start to add in those additional pieces. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm backing off a lot of things. I do have a couple of RC crawlers now. I've got some RC bashers, but again, all of that stuff you're going to see on AlTone Tech, and that's where I'm going to do that. This channel is all about developing, and we're not even talking about jets. I'm not talking about EDFs. I'm talking about building, not that I'm not going to do it, but I'm talking about building, designing out of foam board RC high wing planes and flying them, and then adding to and doing upgrades to them over time. And that's where the development comes in, and that's what this channel's about. So I wanted to create this vlog so that I could actually, even on this channel, give you an idea of some of the things that, or some of the projects that I'm working on and some of the things that I'm doing. You've heard and you've seen my Right Flyer 40T still has not been repaired yet, to the point where it's getting some damage from being stored, and I need to fix it so that I can take it out and fly it. It is a balsa wood plane, but this channel's not totally about that plane. It is about enjoying the experience. You do also know, and somebody actually made a comment on it, I fly flight simulators, which I'll continue to share some of my experience doing that here, because it is about learning as well how to fly. So I'll be sharing that experience. I've got aerial RC 9 and 10. 9 is one I had before. 10, I just got it. It's fairly new, and it does have a few bugs that I'm trying to figure out. And I actually had someone say, you need to spend more time with it before you can tell us or share in a video what it's about. Well, guess what? Now, that's what this is about. It's about learning. And I'm learning right along with you, and I'm sharing that experience. So if you expect for me to be an expert, this might not necessarily be the channel for you. But if you want to learn with me and grow with me and see those nice light bulb moments where I figure different things out, by all means, I welcome you here. And if you know more than me and want to contribute to my knowledge and information as I'm growing in it, then I absolutely welcome you as well. I welcome anyone, regardless. But just to let you know that that's where I'm at. So I'm going to be doing these vlogs. I'm going to try to do them regularly, and I've got kind of an agenda of how I'm going to do them. I'm currently live, and the only place I go live currently is on Amazon. And so I do live streams on new products on Amazon on a regular basis. But I thought about doing a live stream here. We'll see how it works out. Maybe at some point I'll start doing live streams if the community here grows enough that I believe I should do it. If that's something you'd like to see, then make sure that you let me know. Let me know by hitting the follow. Let me know by let me know in the comment section. If you have questions, whether that be personal or questions about different projects or ideas or thoughts about different things, in these videos is the place to ask them. And if it's an appropriate question, I'll do my best to answer it for you. Like I said, I'm going to have an agenda for this. So essentially, and we're going to get right into that. Channel updates, what's going on the channel itself, project updates, what projects I might be working on currently and where I'm at with them. A product of interest, something that I might be interested in, I've got my hands on, I might not have had an opportunity to really indulge in or get involved or work on, but it's all going to be RC related. And again, answer some questions. I'll try to revisit questions that, again, are appropriate in future vlog videos. Just to get to it, channel updates, I've kind of shared that already, but I do have some repairs to my Right Flyer 40T. I am going to get back into that H16E from DRC for the speed challenge, but that speed challenge is now going to shift over to my AlTone Tech channel. So the videos for the speed challenge will be on AlTone Tech. That's where I'll be posting them. However, I will make sure I'll keep the playlist that I have here, and I will add those videos also to the playlist here so that you'll get an opportunity to see that something's been updated or uploaded over there. I have my large foam plane that I've designed myself that I'm working on, and I want to finish that soon. And I'm really trying to figure that out. I've actually designed the wing itself myself in all the pieces and 3D printed ribs and all this kind of stuff. I'll be talking about that soon, and I'm hoping that I'll get it completed soon and get it done for the maiden very soon. But I've actually came up with a name for this for that plane already, and that plane is going to be CARCP V1. Maybe I should shorten that to just CARP. I don't know. But that's going to be my first design plane, and I plan on sharing the success or the failure of the maiden flight. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I really winged it, no pun intended, with building that plane. And so we're going to see how well it flies, if I'm able to even launch it. I do have landing gear for it. We're going to see if I'm going to get the landing gear installed before I try to do the maiden flight. I prefer to do that so I can do the maiden from the ground. I also have a gyro stabilizer on the way for that particular plane, so we're going to see if that even helps with the maiden or not. And we're going to be throwing a Express LRS receiver, the E6 in that plane, and see what we can get set up and see how we can get it flying. And of course, I'll be flying it off my new radio, which I do need to do updates, and I'll be working on sharing the updates. If you haven't seen it already, I've just done the video on how to update this radio, and then I'm going to do another video on the customization as well as updating or flashing Express LRS in the internal module in this radio as well as on the ER6. So, and an ER8. I have two ER6s and an ER8 that I'm going to be working with as far as Express LRS is concerned. And I'm thinking about taking one of my drones and doing some work to it and flying it off this radio in the future, one of my FPV drones. So we'll see how all of that's going to work out. I'm also thinking about building either the Legacy or I'm going to do another plane design using dual motors. And so I've got that in the back of my mind. I haven't even started on it yet, but that's something else I want to get done this year and share that experience with you as well. We'll see if I actually put iNav in anything. I really want to do that, but it's another learning process that I'm going to have to do there in order to do that. And if, of course, you don't know what iNav is, look it up. I'll try to add some links down in the description so that you can check that out and figure out what iNav is in all of that. I'm familiar with Betaflight already because I've done some Betaflight configuration to a few of my FPV drones in the past, but it's been a while, so I want to get back into that. As far as a product of interest, we'll just talk about this really quickly, and I'll put a link in the description to this. This is a awesome plane. So as I'm working on building and designing planes, I always want to have something that I can fly. So if I want to take a break from trying to build something while I'm impatient, because the impatience is killing me, I have to be able to fly something while I'm in the process of developing and building, so that I'm I'm not rushing through the build, and I'm taking my time to try to make sure I do things right, as well as make sure that I don't rush through it because I'm trying to get a video done or rush through the video sharing that information. So this guy, I actually picked this up, and it is an awesome plane to fly. I've got 2 videos on it right now on AlTone Tech, so make sure you go over there and check that out. AlTone Tech now has over 1,000 subscribers, so if you happen to be following me there, I really appreciate it. Thank you, and I welcome you to follow me there as well. And I'm going to try to do a little bit better as far as my videos there on some of these products as well. A little bit more in depth, and I will be doing additional content on this because it can do a few tricks that I haven't done yet because I had to get used to flying this plane. But it's awesome. Absolutely awesome plane. And I even have another one that's kind of a 3D. And I got a couple of helicopters over here. So this guy I'm going to be flying very soon, and it is a 3D plane. I've seen some reviews on it that weren't that great, so I'm gonna see what my experience is on it. I'm gonna have to do some building on it, putting some assembly, because this guy is not. It does take some assembly for this one, but it is essentially a 3D practice plane, and it's one that I can fly in a soccer field close to home without having to go all the way out to our. It's only 20 minutes from me, but go out to the AMA field that I go and fly at regularly, so that I can have, again, a couple of things that I can get other than just a simulator. If there's some nice days out, I can go and just fly something. I can do that. On top of the fact that I've got a shelf full of 4K drones and all of that back there that I'm going to be doing additional content on my AlTone Tech channel. So that there's the product of interest. I'm usually going to stick to one product, but that's my products of interest for today. So this has been a pretty long video so far. I don't want to continue or belabor anything. I do have some things I want to take care of and get into editing the video of the upload or upgrade to the firmware update to this guy, so you can get that scene, so you can see that pretty quickly. But we're going to go ahead and try to get that done. But in case you haven't seen it already. But again, I just wanted to share with you what's going on, and we'll try to keep these a little bit shorter in the future. But hey, this is what I'm doing. And let me know what your thoughts are. Is this something that interests you, that you'd like to see? Is this going to be, some of these videos might be a little bit longer than 5 minutes. I will start trying to keep them a little bit shorter. But just wanted to share that with you. I really appreciate you, and I hope that I inspire you to just try to, maybe it's not RC, but maybe it's something else that you have an interest in, that you just take the time to just push forward in it and try to do it. So thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you again in a future video. Take care.